Ali Muhammad JISTI's pasta factory, owned by his Muslim family, was burnt down by a mob of around 100 people in May last year. It happened during days of violence targeting Sri Lanka's Muslim community after the Easter Sunday attacks. Suicide bombers, who were members of a local group linked to ISIL, killed more than 250 people in attacks on churches and hotels. The newly elected president, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, has promised to protect minorities and to serve every Sri Lankan, in his words, irrespective of race or religion.
This new regime, I think, I'm no political scientist, but I think everybody is starting to realize now, I think not just in Sri Lanka, in other places in the world as well, that if you do not interact with the minorities, if you do not integrate minorities and the majority together, if they are not working together, you cannot move forward. Like, a society cannot function that way.
The Buddhist nationalist group BODU BALA SENA, which means Army of Buddhist Power, is accused of inciting hate and taking part in violent attacks on Sri Lanka's minority Muslim and Christian communities in recent years. The group campaigned hard for President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and celebrated his election victory. The BBS leader says the group may disband after parliamentary elections expected in April.
Now hasn't our father come home? In recent times the Sinhalese people were destitute, like children without a father. The spirit of the Sinhalese was killed by cheap politics. Now there is a revival in Sinhalese, but that revival is not a threat to minorities.
Sri Lanka's religious and ethnic minorities overwhelmingly voted against Rajapaksa in the election. Newly elected President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has promised not to leave behind those who did not vote for him. He said that he will be a president for all Sri Lankans. But the fact that what is often described as a Buddhist nationalist group like BBS so heavily supports him means there are many amongst the country's minorities who are questioning whether the new leader can deliver on his election promises. Most experts say support for nationalist groups such as BODU BALA SENA is weak among the majority Sinhalese population. They say the new president must seize the opportunity to unify the entire country.
The more wholesome sense of citizenship is something that he should work for, and that comes with rule of law, equality before the law, and putting systems in place which makes a meritocracy.
Ali and millions of Sri Lankans like him can only hope that years of religious and ethnic violence are over. Stratford, Al Jazeera, Colombo.